Hello everyone and welcome to the final episode of Let's Play Perfect Cherry Blossom. This time around we're going to play through the second extra stage, Phantasm level, Predestinate Chaos. Apart from the ridiculously epic name, this stage is basically an upgraded version of Extra. As for the plot, basically we're going to the Netherworld another time and hoping to find the person who was supposed to repair the border. Remember that she was busy sleeping last time when we went there in Extra, and hopefully this won't happen again. This time around I'm going to play with Marissa A again, because she's just awesome. Yeah. Go! So like I said, this is an upgraded version of Extra, so most everything in this level is based on the stuff in Extra and improved somehow or other to make it more difficult. You might compare it to the difficulty change between easy and normal and hard, or whatever you prefer. As you can see here, it's the same principle with aim shots, except that there's more and they're very much faster. Same goes here. You can stream this section if you want to. I prefer just killing everything before they can actually hit me. With Marissa A, it's quite doable because she moves fast enough. But if you're playing with, say, Sakura B, just do what I did with Extra. I think it should work fine. This section is much harder because, as I said, it's faster. And here I did it well, and I'm happy for that. And a bit before the mid-boss. And here is the mid-boss, Ran, which takes place of Chen, because Ran is the Shikigami of whoever we're going to fight later. Her attacks are mostly the same. The first non-spell is almost exactly the same. There's maybe a few extra shots somewhere in there, but I don't really know. First spell card is much simpler, because now it's real horizontal streaming. And there was a huge amount of lag for a second, but it went down, so it's fine. Because remember that this spell card with Chen you would want to do the Chen card with vertical streaming, but you just don't have the time and space to do it. Now for the spinning around card. It's basically the same as Chen's one, except that she spins the other way around, and there's a few extra shots mixed in. And with Marissa's huge power, I thought I would be able to do it that way, but I didn't. Well, it sometimes works. Anyway, doesn't really matter. The game still gives you lots of resources. See, I just broke a border, and I don't care. This part is essentially once again the same as in Extra, but faster and harder. It's actually quite easy to mess it up, the way I did. And here is the amazing wall. This part is almost an auto bomb for me. And here's the bomb. Just don't bother trying. It's just too hard, and I like getting point items instead. La la la. And now for the self-spawning bullets section. It starts off exactly the same as the one in Extra, and there's a few extra parts at the end. So once you know how it works, it's absolutely trivial. And it's still not that hard if you don't know, because it sort of guides you along the way, I think. Rah! This is the new part. I like doing a sort of circle here, and for this part it's left, right, and left again. Now if you saw my other videos of this, because I actually did 2 videos of this the first few times I beat it, because I was so happy I did this. I didn't know that strategy, and especially in one video where I was happy because I captured all the spell cards, I miserably failed this section, I think. Anyway, if you do the last two movements in the same direction, then it's easy. Anyway, here's our new character. It's Yukari. She's the yokai of boundaries. She basically can control the border between pretty much anything. Border between morning and afternoon, whatever, hot and cold, this world, our world and Gensokyo. And I'm going to see a few border themed spell cards along the way of this fight. Anyway, Yukari is one of the strongest characters in the whole series of Touhou. However, thanks to the spell card fighting system, we still can beat her. As for the boss fight, it's mainly the same as Ran, a few harder spell cards, a few easier spell cards, and the non-spells are actually all the same. So let's just go ahead and go. Remember to start the first non-spell all the way to the left or right, because it makes the streaming easier. Here we go! One word about the music. Yukari's theme is Necro Fantasia. It's mostly a remix of Necro Fantasy, which was Ran's theme. Makes sense, I guess. This song just oozes power and ease. It just makes it seem like Yukari is making no effort, absolutely no effort at all to fight you. This attack sort of works the same way as Wizard Fox's thoughts. Just move as late as possible. However, I find that it can trap you more often. So you might want to do what I did here and change directions in the streaming. Still not very hard. Now, second non-spell, more streaming. Now that I have a decent microphone, maybe I can actually start singing. Or not. Balance of motion of silence. This has almost nothing to do in common with 12 general gods, except that I think the patterns are sort of the same, but everything is aimed at you, and there's no butterfly bullets or anything, so I'm not sure what it's doing there really. But since it's all aimed like this, it's very easy. There. Da 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 ba ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da ba. More easy streaming as long as you don't start at the middle and get walled in the process. What do we get next? Oh yes, Mesh and Light of Darkness. This is an improvement on Fox Tanuki Yokai Laser, and as you can see, it's much more dense, and it's a good exercise in predicting stuff. Don't lag on me, computer. There, phew. I like this spell card quite a lot, and still fail it occasionally.